So we're at Kearns at the academic coaching. It's located in 107A, and always when you walk in, you'll find a student at the front desk. And hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good. What's your name?
I am Alexis Starr.
Hi, Alexis. What's your major?
I'm a psychology major.
How is it working at the academic coaching center?
I like it. It's pretty laid back here, and if you have work that you need to get taken care of, you're always free to do it. I normally have my textbook up here, but I think I'm good on my work, so I'm just kind of sprouting on the computer right now.
What made you decide to work here?
I was actually a SEAL mentor, and a lot of my SEAL students would always come here, so I decided to look into what they're actually doing here, and I like the cause and what they do here, so I was like, why not come work here? I'm a psychology major, so I love interacting with people, so I feel like it was pretty fun. See? Academic coaching office, this is Lexi. How can I help you? Yes, ma'am. Are you a former SEAL student or SOAR student?
As you can see, we see firsthand what it's like working
What's
at
your
the
name?
academic coaching.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Make an appointment, guys. So crazy.
And if you ever need extra help or a boost, you can always come to academic coaching. They'll be gladly to come help you. So, as you can see, working here is very busy.
Yes.
But we're back in action.
Had a few appointments to schedule. Sorry.
You're all good. We understand. Make that money. Help people out. So, while we're talking about it, what do you see most people come to academic coaching for?
I would say time management would be a big one. With midterms and all of that coming up, people are trying to, figure out how to balance this, that, and that up there, and it's just, for new students, it could be very stressful and overwhelming. So I see a lot of the grad assistants and academic coaches, really discussing how to manage all of that and just stay on top of things while still being stress free and trying to take care of your mental health also. So I think that's pretty interesting.
So, since the video I'm making is dealing with test preparation, how do you tend to prepare for a test?
Personally, me, I'm a color coordinated type of gal, so I love highlighters, and I like to, I don't know, when I'm giving the notes in class, I kind of just look over them a few days out the week before the test comes up, not every day, because that's unethical. What college student is gonna just literally pull out their notes every day and look? No, but I do go over them a few times out the week, so that way when the test does come, I'm oh wait, I remember seeing this in my notes. It was highlighted in purple. So that's me.
And last question. Do you think it's best to prepare 2 weeks before, the night of, or the morning of a test?
I honestly can't speak for everyone because everybody has their own preparations for tests. Some people, it just doesn't work out for studying. People try to tell you all the time, study, 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 but in some classes, it's just if I study, I do worse on the test than if I were to just, take in the information as it goes, and then come test time, it's just retain it. So, everybody's different, but I'm getting in the habit of, like I said, looking over my notes, a few times out the week before the test comes. So, I think that helps in the long way, so you won't be cramming stuff, but like I said, everyone's different. So some people might do better by looking over the night before, as long as it's not if it's a quiz or something like that, then I could say, I know this probably sounds like bad advice, but coming from a real student who does this, I'm not your teacher who's going to tell you study 2 weeks and it helps for some, but some it just doesn't. Some people are not good test takers, no matter if you study a month in advance of the test. It's just, everybody has their own. Yeah, that's what I can say.
Thank you for your time.
No problem.
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm good. What's your name?
Josh Roberts.
Nice to meet you, Josh. What year student are you?
I'm a first-year grad student.
So what did you already graduate in, and what did you come back to do?
I graduated with a marine science degree, and I came back to join the MAT program to become a licensed high school teacher.
More power to you. How do you prepare for a test?
My test preparation in undergrad varied depending on the class, but I believe that the battle towards a test starts in the classroom with the notes you take, because I feel as though when you take good notes, you retain the knowledge, and then you can read those notes and understand exactly what you were doing in class just from reading the notes. And I would usually start my test preparation probably with the week of the exam. I'll start going over materials, meeting with professors, study groups, and then the night of, I would probably have my longest, the night before, I'd have my longest study session. I wouldn't study any the day of, because then you're just cramming, and it's been proven that if you study something before you sleep, it's in your subconscious, and you dream about it, and the knowledge sinks in. So I think it's important not to study the day of, unless you're trying to pass, which is what we're all trying to do, but cramming you don't retain.
Wow, giving us some knowledge there, some psychology. Do you have any tips for your fellow colleagues on how to study?
I think the main tip I can give is to always show up to class, take good notes, not necessarily everything that's on the PowerPoint, but listen to more of what the professor says and take those notes, because those are really important. And then don't wait, don't procrastinate, just sit down and do it. That's about all.
All right, thank you for your time. You gave some very great answers.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
What's your name?
My name is Michael.
Hi, Michael. What's your year here?
I am a sophomore.
What's your major?
Middle level education.
Okay, good for you. What do you have? How do you prepare for a test?
I normally prepare for a test by during class taking notes of everything that sounded important. And then after class, if there's like a textbook, going through the chapter in the textbook, and then just taking separate notes of everything that sounded important in there, and then studying that. If I have access to any quiz questions, then those are normally going to be important for the course of the semester. So I try to keep those as notes. Yeah.
Do you normally study the 2 weeks before, the night before, or the morning of?
Studying the morning of has never worked out for me. It'll just stress me out. So the latest I can do is the night before. If I can get up to a week before, then that's the most solid for me, because for most information, if I've read it, I can get it pretty good. So as long as I've read it a week before, and I normally do try to study the night before, but the day of a test, I never want to stress myself out by going over it too heavily before, because then I'll go in already stressed out and be thinking really hard, did I read this, did I not read this?
Okay. What advice do you have for freshmen who are trying to prepare for a test?
Actually study. It sounds simple, but I think one of the biggest obstacles for people is just buckling down and studying. I know, especially when you're a freshman, there's just so much that you want to experience.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm John Sanders.
Okay, what year are you?
I'm a freshman.
Okay, what major are you?
Right now I'm physical education.
Okay, so how would you averagely prepare for a test?
I usually look over my notes as often as I can, and then about a few days before the test I'll start taking about an hour and studying, and then the night before I'll do about 30 minutes.
Do you think it's best to study 2 weeks ahead, or the night before, or the morning of?
I guess it just depends on what class it is, For my English class, I usually just study the night before, just how I remember it better.
Do you have any tips to study for test preparation?
Just take good notes so you can study good.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, what's your name?
I am Diamond Franklin.
Hey, Diamonds. Okay, what year are you?
I am a junior.
Okay, how do you normally prepare for a test?
Preparing for a test. I really don't prepare for tests.
Okay. If you could change that, how would you prepare for a test?
I would try and know how to study.
And would you say it's best to study 2 weeks before, the night of, or the morning of?
10 minutes before. Is that an option?
Okay. What advice do you have for people that don't study?
Hey, listen, I don't study. You don't have to study. Just pray to God and you'll be okay. He has the answers for you.
Amen. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. What's your name?
Lily.
What year are you?
I'm a junior.
Okay, how do you normally prepare for a test?
I use Quizlet. I look over my notes, I read the textbook, and I speak to my professor during their office hours.
Great. Do you say it's best to study 2 weeks before, the night before, or the morning of?
2 weeks before.
Okay. And what advice do you have for other people that actually do or don't study?
Always study. Take time to study. Don't procrastinate. Don't wait till the last minute because you will not retain that information.
Thank you for letting me video.
Thanks for watching, and this is Test Prep for You here at CCU.
Good luck, Shotzi. Shots up.